Good morning, good morning. We are in the Tarot Study of the Emperor, where we're going through just all the different books that I have, reading from the different books and learning about the Emperor in all the different ways. And today we are done with all the main books. So we're going to read from the little guidebooks that I have. The ones that are like worth reading. The ones that were just like the little white pamphlets, we're not going to. But now a couple of these we've already read from because they're big, and so they got their own video. So if you're looking forward to hearing from these two, they have their own separate video. The Star Tarot and the Wildwood Tarot both have their own separate video because they're big books. And so I just decided to go ahead and do those separate. And then, so today, and then the ones like these two, the original, and then the Golden Art Nouveau, both of those are just like those little tiny white little things, and it wasn't worth keeping them out here. So they're somewhere in the boxes in the closet. So I don't have those handy. So anyway, so let's dive in. This is the Tarot of the Divine. Here, let me adjust this so you guys can see. There you go. That's the book. And see, it's a larger book, but thin. And then it has the colors in it like that. And it just has a little section here. Okay. The Emperor. And then they have that this is to be King Arthur is representing the Emperor. Britain Celtic legend. The Emperor is the ideal father figure, a warrior and conqueror. King Arthur rules over his kingdom and his sometimes unruly knights with a now that changes things, doesn't it? Ooh, with a just and firm hand. I'm sorry. That could have been really bad if I would have kept going. He unifies the fractious and defends the weak, lends his knowledge and understanding to all of his subjects. The upright is stability, leadership, bravery, bold action, and structure. The reverse is immaturity, pettiness, rigidity, domination, and anger. So that's the Tarot of the Divine. Sorry. Sorry, Spirit. Okay, so there's that. Yes, I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old, and that's okay. All right, so there's that one. And next we have, this is Tarot of Mystical Moments. And this is what the inside of theirs looks like. Okay. This card shows the commanding figure of the Emperor looking confidently out over his vast domain. The Emperor's crown is a huge castle that represents his intelligence, which has earned him legitimate power. The official uniform and golden metal chains portrays the Emperor as a major authority with a strong will. The Emperor is a stern, disciplined leader, yet he is not without compassion. As symbolized by the flowers on his chest, the branches above his mouth signify that when he speaks, he does so with expertise and broad experience. Upright meaning, authority, leadership, experience, confidence, and structure. Reverse meaning, disorder, domineering nature, and overly strict. Okay, so there's that. And then next we have one of my favorite decks, Tarot of the Abyss. And this is the inside of that little book. And there's like the thickness for you to see. There are many ways to show power, sometimes through force, sometimes through silent presence. The Emperor sits in silent presence. His strength is felt from a distance as he protects his kingdom at all times. He reigns. So that like outlook there is interesting because it kind of has like it puts another spin on the Emperor that we haven't looked at yet. Maybe if it's like distant, like, not quite so like, yeah, like set apart from, like, not kind of, we talked about this in a reading. It may have been a personal reading though, like, where especially like moms. So with moms, when the kids are younger and everything, especially, but you are the orchestrator of the everything, right? You keep everything in order, you make sure everybody has everything they need, and everybody's running around doing their thing while you're taking care of everybody, right? But you're not really in the midst of it all, in the middle of it all, in center of it all. You're in the kitchen doing the cooking or laundry or whatever it is, taking care of everybody, making sure everybody has like their lunches and all the things, when everybody else is in the living room playing a game or watching a movie or something like that. And this isn't all the case all the time, but it's just like throwing out some random examples. Or maybe you go to work and then come home and then you're doing the then you have to do, like, make sure everything is in order, so you don't have time to sit down and just be with everybody. But and this has that sense of like kind of feeling separate, like to be able to separate from all the joy of it all, to make sure everybody's taken care of. Like, you don't feel like included sometimes whenever you're the one that's making sure everybody's good, right? So, okay, that's just another little thought on him. Like, because like a king author, or like that we heard in the other one, and then this one is like he sits apart, right? He sits up there and he's like ruling the land, but he can't really let loose too much, or he's gonna like he'd be afraid that he'd lose like respect and from everybody. But anyway, so there's another spin. He reigns from the outside as his throne is seated outside the walls of his kingdom. That's an even extra set apart, right? But make no mistake, at any sign of danger, the emperor is ready to stand and confront would-be attackers. In his hand, he holds a spiral globe, a symbol of evolution and expansion. So this one is for this card, remember? So it's going to be a little different than the original. A symbol of evolution and expansion. He is Aries, the god of war, and a skilled strategist. His eyes are stern and full of life, denoting a vast experience that gives us but a glimpse of the many wars he has fought. He is a ruler and therefore holds the traits of one, power and dominance over those he rules, but also closely guarding their protection. If the emperor appears in the reading, seek to determine if he represents the reader or someone else in the querent's life. Perhaps he represents a father figure who brings the qualities and attributes of the emperor. He technically represents a man of great influence and reach. This card can also signal important changes or events that are about to unfold. Perhaps a shift in power, a new position at work that brings with it more authority and responsibility. Depending on the surrounding cards, in a positive reading, the Emperor represents stability. He knows how to set strategic boundaries to gain the perfect vantage point to protect his kingdom. Oops, sorry, I had it way too down. There you go. All right, so there's that one. So this is the last day of reading books, and then the next time we will be getting together, we'll be doing like a writing exercise and writing our own story for him. So this is from the Wandering Star Tarot, and I love this guy. He's just so. And then let me make sure you got a good clear. If you wanted to, just in case, I always like trying to share what the cards I have, just in case you wanted to put it in your save for later cart, like I always do. The Emperor, law, order. The Emperor wears his power well. The ultimate father figure of the deck. He is steadfast and trustworthy. He derives great satisfaction from upholding law and tradition. He encourages the mastery of skills and careful planning. He finds comfort in order. Practice makes perfect, he always says, and indeed he practices what he preaches. The Emperor, connected to the star sign Aries, believes that trusting the gut, nurturing determination, and gaining wisdom through the experience will set you on the path of being a mighty leader like him. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. All right, there's that one. And then next we have Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Light seer, the divine masculine. Oh, this is what the inside of that one looks like. The divine masculine authority, power, a natural leader, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, promotion. Shadow seer, unchecked power, being overly pragmatic and rigid, corruption, selfishness, defensiveness, a desire for control, being stubborn. The emperor's message is one of ambitions met and success found. Often seen as the card of the divine masculine, the emperor brings forth a desire to build a better world, one brick at a time. Use your mind as well as your heart and rise to the power as you lead your own evolution. I love that. And I think I loved it in the past because I think I highlighted it. While becoming your own emperor means infinite possibility for your success, it also means addressing any issues you harbor around authority, control, and willpower. You may need to work your magic within the confines of establishment, but remember that the organizing principles of societies are fluid over time. Remain flexible and keenly aware of your own energetic boundaries and motives. Find opportunities to be of service to others as you build your empire. Step into this fiery energy of success and rise, sweet light seer. Embody confident, compassionate leadership and exercise sovereignty over your own reality. The world is yours. I love that last bit too, and I think I highlighted that too whenever that was. I lead the circumstances in my own world with confidence, harmony, and generosity. So there's that one. And then next we have The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. It's kind of like, to me, the Good Tarot kind of feels like, I guess it's the size of it and everything too, because it's a big one, right? And then let me show you. Kind of feels like has that oracle card feel to it, which makes sense being that she's like the queen of oracle cards, right? All right, Emperor, authority. Following the rules right now is exactly what I should be doing. People in authority come to my aid and give me good advice when I ask for it. I have the strong confidence that this card suggests. Dealing with institutions like banks, governments, or schools are also highlighted at this time. So there's that. And then the last one we have is from our new deck, Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot. There's the card. There's the book. There. So it's a good sized book, right? And then this is what the inside looks like. I like, there's, color. It's not stark white, the pages or anything. It's very nicely laid out. I haven't read, this is the first time reading from this at all, so that's nice. It's nice that we get to do it together. Our maiden finds herself facing the giant of the mountain, known as the Winter Emperor. He stands at the authority, deciding who is worthy to pass and who is refused access to safety. And these rocky hills are his community, which he guards fiercely, though he cannot know for sure whether he's protecting those under his care or his oppressive force denying them freedom. This is a test of the maiden's confidence and strength. There are other paths to take, but this is the shortest and most direct. She can back down or face the authority before her, commanding respect and embracing her power. Divinatory meaning. Much like the Kaliak, that's our goddess of the month. The emperor is viewed as potentially problematic or having constructive qualities to strive for, depending on who you ask. The Winter Emperor represents the masculine, which encompasses authority, aggression, structure, force, rules, hierarchy, and oppression. There are positive attributes as well in the form of confidence, autonomy, empowerment, respect, responsibility, success, and leadership. In its encouraging expression, this card is a nudge to take control of your life, to know that you have the right to be valued and respected, and to speak up for yourself when unnecessarily challenged. It can also mean a need to use your power to support the support of others. Like the Winter Empress, you may need to step into the role of parent. The Empress, representing the mother archetype, uses compassion and sometimes sacrifice to support her loved ones. The father is expressed through the emperor. However, and uses strength and the enforcement of rules to protect what's under his care. The Winter Emperor advises you to use your authority for good. Whether in support of yourself or those without a voice, you can choose to be strong, disciplined leader while also giving others a safe space to find their own sense of power and freedom. Be mindful as the noble desires to lead and defend can quickly cross the line. So that's nice. So again, there's that and there's that. So they're showing the emperor. So the emperor is like that, what I thought was like, reminded me of the Kaliak, and then that's the maiden there, making the decision, should I go forward or should I go around? All right. So what do you think? What do you think about all of this? Like all the, like the emperor in general? Like how do you look at him? Do you look at him all manly like, or like, can you really feel your self in there if you're in your feminine side in there too? Like, but again, we need the divine masculine with the divine feminine to really help us to it's Mother Earth and Father Sun. It's like, it's yin and yang. It's all of it. It's a balance of all things. So I think it's good to study all of it, right? Not just the girly stuff, right? So there you have it. I will see you the next time with doing some writing with the Emperor. So much love.